This is Larry Anares making your day with part 16 of a book I wrote on the destiny of the Filipino people. Subject: the need for antitrust legislation. Free trade may disadvantage an underdeveloped country and inhibit its industrial development in the face of competition from industrialized countries. Yet, in the short run, the customers may be benefited by lower prices and better quality of consumer goods. The initial entry of many companies from all the countries in the world will start competition and a price war that will result in benefits to all us Filipinos. For we are all consumers, all 103 million of us in the Philippines. We consume in order to exist. But among us consumers, there are those who produce and there are those who do not produce. And it should be the proper policy of government to encourage those who produce to produce more, and those who do not produce to start producing. For a nation of consumers who are not producers is a nation of parasites. In the long run, however, free trade may foster the growth of monopolies, an aberration of true capitalism. Once a few company gains a large part of the market, they may collude to fix prices, go into a price war to kill competitors and raise prices when there is no more competition. According to conventional economic theory, really free enterprise and true price competition exist only where business firms are small relative to the size of the industry. A small firm will assure two necessary conditions. First, those who invest in capital in the enterprise and therefore interested in its efficiency can take an active part in its affairs. Number two, the small firm assures a large number of producers in each field and goes a long way towards creating the competitive independence needed in a really free enterprise. With the rise of large corporations, however, the whole logic of traditional economic theory is weakened. The supremacy of a single firm and the various forms of cooperation between a few large firms have restrained and altered competition. Gentlemen's agreements, price fixing, cartelized markets, patent pools, and interlocking directorates have virtually eliminated competition and have resulted in an aberration of the capitalist system, and that is monopoly. More about this after these messages. This is Larry Anares making your day with part 16 of the destiny of the Filipino people. Subject: the need for antitrust legislation. The IMF, World Bank, and GATT, General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, and the technocrats not only have a script for the play, free trade and open economy, but they also cast their star performers, the multinational corporations, billed as the indefatigable agents of free enterprise. The funny part is that the United States has always maintained a Janus-faced policy, two-faced policy towards big corporations. Within the United States borders, they are relentlessly prosecuted for monopoly, for combinations and conspiracies in restraint of trade. Abroad, however, the United States government foists these same corporations on underdeveloped countries as agents of free enterprise and engines of economic development. American history is replete with landmark decisions against monopoly under the Sherman and Clayton Antitrust Acts. American Tobacco Company, which captured 93% of the market, was broken into 7 companies. The infamous Standard Oil Company, ruthlessly put together by John D. Rockefeller, controlling 80% of the oil industry, was forced to relinquish control over 33 subsidiaries, 5 of which are still among the top 26 corporations of the world. We have witnessed the breakup of the aluminum monopoly of Alcoa, the Aluminum Corporation of America, the cellophane monopoly of DuPont Chemicals, the electric bulb monopoly of General Electric, the price fixing of drug companies led by Pfizer, the Stanback cartel combination of Esso and Mobil, and recently the breakup of the giant telephone monopoly of AT&T, American Telephone and Telegraph Company. The American preoccupation over monopoly and concentration of economic power came to the point where the United States Justice Department ruled that the mere size of a corporation may be in violation of the Sherman Antitrust Act. The department ruled that bigness is badness, and that the mere ability of a corporation to engage in monopolistic practice may be construed as prima facie of evidence of intent. The American hysterical concern over big corporations is understandable. Monopoly and concentration of economic power militate against the well-being of the American people. But apparently the United States government and the IMF, World Bank, and the General Agreement on Tariff and Trade it controls have less concern for the people of the Third World. Big multinational corporations are being foisted on the rest of the world as white knights of industrial development, rather than the corporate Draculas and leeches which are regarded in their own country. Clearly, there is need here for an antitrust law in the Philippines. More tomorrow, my dear friends. This is Larry Henares, making your day, saying good day, God bless you. Thank you very much for being with us. Till next time, hasta la bye-bye.